On 2nd and 15. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. Down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. After the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Here we go, set. Check go.
Purdy looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
This pass out wide to Hall. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's a touchdown, Tyler Conklin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Purdy. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jamie of Sherwood. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They find some open field here. Brees Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brees Hall. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw, Purdy. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it. And that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Looking deep for Jennings. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 42 yards. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
35, 49ers 14.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Inside. Go to 50.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Jets 42, 49ers 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Score Jets 49, 49ers 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ball again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Throwing now is Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6 from the 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. He's got room at the 30. And finally marked down at the 23.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A toss left side for Hall.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
217 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission. Right?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
The tackle by Quincy Williams. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down.
And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Straight ahead is Hall. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Jets, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.